guys. Hey, welcome to my channel. I am Zenobia Muskelly and I do everything art. Thank you so much for being here. So in this video, what I'm doing here is originally I made 3 circles just with a round cup. And then I went in and I added watercolors for my base. And then as you can see right now, I'm adding a marker, which is just a yellow marker, something a little darker than what's originally on the circle. Okay, so I'm filling that in right now. I just want to take this time to talk about what type of watercolors I'm using, which is Paul Rubens. As you can see, that's open there on the top of the frame. And then I go in with another color yellow marker, something that is a different shade. So I'm just coloring that in right now. And these are Arister, Artistra, fine tip and brush tip markers, which are, what do you call these? Acrylic markers, right? So I'm just going in with just some different colors that I picked up. What you can see now is an orange regular marker, Crayola marker, okay, that I found. I also added some red. I think that's red that I'm putting in right now. It's a lighter color red. It's not a bold red. So I just feel like, maybe I'll just add a little bit of red at the end there. Okay. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm filling that in now. And so the key here is to just make sure that all of your colors are in stages. So what I'm doing now is I'm creating the petals for the hydrangeas. And hydrangeas typically are what, 4 petals. So that's what I'm doing now. And if you notice, it's not perfect, guys. I mean, I'm just here to have fun and I enjoy art. So I dedicate my time to just putting something on paper every day, regardless of what it is. So right now I'm just making maybe about 4 large groups of petals, as you can see. And then I'm going to go in and add maybe some dots, right, to the areas of kind of where I want to place the next ones. I'm just kind of mapping it out there. And so you notice that I originally just did all of my colors first on all 3 circles, and now I'm going in and adding the petals. So that's all I'm doing right now. It doesn't have to be in a specific area. Just begin adding them, but I'm keeping that circular motion around, making sure that I stay within a certain area on the paper, of course, right? I don't want to put marks all over where there's no color, but I am going outside of the color just a little bit so that when I go back in, I can add color wherever I would like to add color. So that's what I'm doing now. So as you can see at the bottom there, I'm just kind of like, I am deliberately going outside of the color that's there just to create, just some kind of form, but also not staying so, not being constrained, right, within that circle, but just coming out of the circle just a little bit. And just to let you know, guys, if you haven't already, thanks for showing up. Hit the subscribe button. I would like to share more of my art with you, as well as turn on the notification button so that you are aware when I do go live. And thanks for being here. So now it looks like I'm just kind of going in, just adding some single petals there You'll see as I do that. All right, and while we're at it, I just basically want to let you know about what type of markers I'm using. The black marker that I'm using right now, it is by, how do you say this? Fudin Nuski, something like that. But anyway, let me spell it for you. It's Fudenosuke. So I have it's a 2-pack and I got it from Walmart. It's about $5. And it's a hard tip and then I have a soft tip. So there's the black one that I'm using right now is the soft tip. And the type of paper that I'm using is it's a watercolor paper. It's about, I would say, 300 um, is the weight. I guess is what they call it, the weight. And I'm going in now. So as you can see, I've finished adding all of my petals and I'm going in with the red marker, which is the regular Crayola marker. Guys, the key to creating artwork is just use what you have. You don't have to go out and buy a whole bunch of different supplies. I basically started with just the Crayola markers that you see I have now. And then once I was able to add more, I just started getting watercolors and acrylics and oils and different type of um, supplies that I needed along the way. So you just start with what you have. If it's just a brown paper bag, you start with that. So basically, I'm going in now is what you're seeing now is in between the petals, there are blank spaces, and I'm filling the space in using the Crayola red marker just to kind of give it some depth. Trying to make it look like a flower and not a circle. So that's what I'm doing now. Yes, I'm just basically all over. I am just coloring in those blank spaces that I see in between. And so you would do it with each. Of course, you would go in and do it with each circle. I mean, I like this way. I saw this. I saw a video on this, and I just kind of wanted to experiment with it. So that's what made me want to do a video on this because I felt like this was a very, very easy. It wasn't complicated. If you can make a few petals, then you can create this circles and shapes. That's all it is. So I'm going back in now with one of the color markers that I had, and I'm just adding just some color. Guys, I'm not going in trying to make this look all perfect. It's just I'm just having fun, right? Just having fun. All right, so that's what I'm doing here is just anywhere I can add some color or maybe um just the shading, just to kind of get the shading down in there. That's what I'm doing. Also what I did is I took this is um the Posca markers, white, and I'm just adding the center circle on some of the flowers, some of the more full flowers there. So I'm just adding it, and I know notice with the Posca pens, you do have to go over it several times because it's not as potent. I would say, I guess. So I'm basically going over them 3, 4, 5, 6 times. I'm going in the same. I'm like creating it to be more darker, the white. So that's all I'm doing here. And you can purchase these. Everything that you see here, I purchased it from Amazon. Okay. So now I am just creating some some leaves. That's all I'm doing here. If you see, I'm picking up a green watercolor and I'm just adding some green leaves.
Hold on.
Nothing perfect, just something to put down on the paper here. The brushes that you see that I'm using in this video, they are from Milan Institute. So I would like to become a student of Milan Art Institute here in Florida,
Yo, what's up, man?
which they're in.
Talk to me, brother.
What part of Florida they're in?
Okay.
Can't think of it right now, but anyway, they're in Florida, and it's online. Their classes are online, but I am going to attend their school, and I decided to purchase the brushes because I understand that when you are starting out as an artist, the markers, not the markers, I'm sorry, the paint brushes, they matter, guys, they matter. I did start off with the Dollar Tree paint brushes, and I just started adding to my supply list, but I end up purchasing the brushes from them, and it changed everything for me. Like, it changed my life, guys. So I'm not saying you have to go out and buy the brushes from them, but having some really good brushes helps with how you paint and the shapes of everything. Like, it changed, everything changed. So,
and it's up to them at that point.
And I believe they're set. These are the acrylic brushes. So I believe I paid, I want to say maybe 180 or 200 or something like that, but I got about 9 to 12 brushes. So it matters. And then I only bought one transparent acrylic paint from them. Which is, I'll be adding, I'll be adding to my supply list when it comes to my transparents and my opaques. But for right now, it's just the one pink color that I wanted to try out, and I think I use that on everything. But I'm going in here again, guys, adding some more white to the flowers. That's what I'm doing here. And later on, you don't see it here, but later on I do go in and I create the lines for the leaves. I do go in and do that later. But guys, this is all about just putting something on paper every day. If you're an artist, you're a beginner, intermediate, or professional, you understand how every day is precious, right? So you just find something that you enjoy, something that you like, and you just do it every day. You want to create. So I went forward and I finished the other two flowers, as you can see. So it switched from the one flower being there to, now you see I've completed all three. Now, as you can notice, guys, if you look at the flower that I completed, the very first one with the leaves, you can see how it looks more full, right? Because I went in with that red marker, the Crayola marker, and I just created depth, right? So it doesn't look so, it doesn't look plain, right? See, now you can now see that I've added more color in between all three of them. So you're starting to see it looks like a flower, right? It's starting to look like a hibiscus. I mean, not a hibiscus, hydrangeas. So it does matter. Like, adding the red in between the spaces, it matters. So that's all I'm doing here is now I'm adding the white Posca pen to the other flowers on the other um, buds or whatever you want to call those there. But again, I just want to thank you guys for hanging out with me this long. I know it's been over 15 minutes, but I had so much fun. Thank you guys so much for coming, and I want you to stay tuned to my other videos. Just, follow me, subscribe, and turn on those notification buttons so you'll know when I go live. And if you are an artist, aspiring artist, or professional, leave a comment. Like, I want to hear if it's some techniques that you can help me out with. I would love for you to share those with me and let me know if you're beginner, intermediate, or an expert. I'm just having fun here, just adding some more. And guys, understand that you can mix different mediums. Like here, you see that I'm doing this with watercolors, but I also used markers. I think that watercolors are very forgiving. Like you can add on top of them, you can make it darker, take away, right in the same brush stroke. Love it. So see how that watercolor allows me to make it darker, and then if I wanted to take it away, I can actually put a little bit more water on my brush and take some of that color away. So I love that about watercolors. So that's all I'm doing is I'm just trying to get rid of some of the white space that's around the edges of my paper here. And maybe I will go in and maybe splatter some green specks all over the page there. Maybe I will do that just to fill that white space. Another thing you can do is once you're finished, you can go in and maybe add a complementary color to the background so it'll make the flowers pop even more. That's another good idea to do as well. And I also want to do a video on complementary colors because I think that's so important to put down complementary colors, because if you put down the wrong colors, it takes away from the artwork. So here, I think these colors definitely go together. Hey guys, so this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. Okay? It was nice seeing you, and come back again. Come back and hang out with Zenobia Muskelly. All right? Bye-bye.